Hey guys, welcome. Today we're going to get some spirit messages. Find out what spirit wants us to know to help us move forward. If we're going through anything, we're going to find out. Alright, let's get it. Spirit, please tell us what we need to know. Please, Spirit, tell us what we need to know. Give us any advice. Ooh. Okay, there's something about wanting to do something, wanting to create something. You're wanting to grow into something. And right now you are having, there's like a spiritual, you're going through a bit of a spiritual awakening. This is mainly to open your heart chakra because of the, the negativity that you've gone through in the past has blocked, your heart chakra. And it's hard to get out of that to create the things you want to create. It's really hard to do that. You want to, but it's very difficult. There's a lot of things that you think about constantly. It's like these things that you can't seem to just let go of. That's why you're going through an awakening. I feel like there's this Three of Cups just kind of makes me feel there's like a lot of sadness in this. There's a need. There's definitely the desire. Come on, that's too many. There's the desire to. There's a desire to get through this and move forward, but it's like you feel like you're moving through water. You know what I mean? Literally, you're moving through water. Right. It might feel like, it sometimes might feel like, when am I ever going to get through this or over this? It might feel like the things that you work on don't seem to pan out, or there's just this, I think this is childhood trauma that you're having to deal with. This looks like childhood trauma to me. Yeah, and this is talking about, you might be at this moment spending a lot of time alone, or this is kind of talking about this, a time to just be with yourself without any interruptions, to kind of clear your mind, because there's a whole bunch of shit that you're kind of, okay, look, and this Three of Swords, she's leaning against a door and she's upset and crying, and it's like she's holding back all of the shit that she's gone through, right? But I feel like it's behind that door, and that if she just moved a little bit, that door would come flying open and all of this stuff would come out. That would be all this emotional trauma and this baggage that she's been carrying for, you know, since childhood. May feel like it's always creeping and lingering right there on the perimeter, you know, like even when you feel like you're okay, it's always just kind of lingering there on the perimeter. With this Devil card, it's like no matter how hard you try to sprout out, you know, it's always that trauma. This is talking about a choice. it's almost as if it's saying, it's time to figure out, it's time to do something about this. Oh. It might even be saying, let me get a couple more before I actually tell you what it might be saying. I feel like you're trying really hard to, you are choosing to walk away from this and try to transmute the energy. It just doesn't seem to be as easy as you know, hoped. And emotional trauma is not going to be easy. There is good coming for you, okay? I know this is probably you're going through a hard time right now. I know that, you know, that because it seems as though the emotional trauma doesn't want to stay stifled anymore. You know what I mean? I get the energy of it's not going to stay stifled anymore. You're going to have to work through it, Rosie. You're going to have to work through it. And it's kind of forcing its way out. So you can't really hold that door closed anymore. And that's probably the worry, is maybe it's like a domino effect, you know, where you'll feel like you're going to deal with trauma after trauma after trauma, or it already has been like a domino effect kind of this. And it goes back to childhood, all this baggage, you know, and no matter how hard you try to ignore it and act like everything's fine, it's always lingering right there on the perimeter, right? It's threatening to take over. It's like, if you look at this devil card, it's threatening to take over. It's like you're trying so hard to transform, but shit is just sitting there, and it's not wanting to go, and it's kind of threatening, like, I'm not gonna leave you alone. And it's almost like you can't ignore it anymore, you know. It's like, it's kind of talking about making a choice to I think to grieve your past, but to finally let it go. I'm not sure exactly how Spirit is expecting that to get done, because that's a lot easier said than done, but we're going to find out. You might be, right now you're in this mode of you're wanting to create. I feel like there's this mode of wanting to create, but it's really hard to stay with that when you have this always lingering, you know. Okay, so it does seem like you're trying to work through this, and this stuff isn't easy. So it's like there's something about you being in creator mode right now that and it's something that you're putting your energy into, something that you're hoping to get something out of. But this is also talking about potentially leaving it behind, or this is really, the Six of Swords is moving away from bullshit, you know, moving away from trauma and moving away from chaos into a place of peace. And I think that this is I really feel like this is what you're doing, what you're working on, right? Because she's not gotten all the way to the side, but this is Spirit going, look, don't worry. Like, I'm not going to let you fall, you know? I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to take you and deposit you on the other side. You know, you're not going to be destroyed, and they're going to be fine. And this is Spirit's kind of saying they're going to be fine. And then you can start to work from a different place, because whatever it is you're down here creating, it's like you have to have a faith that Spirit has you, you know what I mean? Which will help your creation mode. There could be an issue where you're trying to control things, maybe because you had a lack of control for so long, you know, and it's like you almost want to make up for that. And I'm noticing in this Queen of Wands that it's like an opening your heart chakra. You're also opening your third eye. Well, it's all coming together. It's all helping. That's what's helping you become the creator and find that creativity. And here's where you're needing to have faith, because Spirit is literally saying, I've got you. I'm not going to let you fall, you know. Once you understand that you can have this faith that it's going to be okay, because look, you're here now, you've gone through hell, and you were always ended up being okay. You might be scarred emotionally, but here you are, right? Even having the ability to work through it, you know. Some people don't get that ability. So here you are, and this is talking about taking all of the things that you've dealt with and gone through and using them to make your way up, to climb through, to find the windows of opportunity and not pass something by because you're too busy being stuck in this heartbreak. You know what I mean? This emotional, it's look, this shit doesn't come up unless you're going through an awakening generally. So, you know, let's find out some more. Give me more, Spirit, please. I feel like this is with this Five of Pentacles. This is kind of talking about just feeling like you are all alone, like completely alone. You're not realizing that you're not. Because there is a hand here that's willing to, you know, help you, and it's like, you know, it's so big to me, it just feels like the hand of Spirit or something like that, you know. They're saying, Spirit is definitely saying you're much stronger than you believe. That you're like you're coming out of this, like you may have been abandoned at one time, you know, feeling like you were just left out in the cold, but here you are stronger than ever in this Nine of Wands, like stronger than ever. It's very amazingly beautiful energy. I can't explain it, but it's like she's so fiery, and she's like, yeah, I've been through hell and here I am, so nothing's gonna stop me, right? Nothing's gonna stop me. Which sets you off into a whole new direction. And this is going towards your future. This is like no longer lingering in the past. It's like, I came through all of this shit, and now look at me. I'm fierce, right? This is her grabbing a hold of her courage, her inspiration, her desire, you know, her emotions, grabbing and using all of that as energy to propel herself forward. Where you definitely will find that your material world is going to benefit. You know, that's going to send you down that path, because that's what she's doing. She's moving down that path to that material abundance at the very least. But it looks like emotional balance too. Using your emotions to, it's like transformation. It's like emotional, I don't know, what am I trying to say? With that moth there, I just feel like it's a transformation. You know what I mean? There's, it's like a newness, I feel. And now you have the King and Queen of Pentacles. In this deck, they're both female. I just feel like you might be literally coming into balance as far as figuring out how to move forward. I don't think that you may not see that at the moment. I'm going to be honest. But you have only good cards from here. There's the Ten of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Here's the Emperor. And this is just saying that you learn that you have the power. Like, you literally learn you have the power. You are the creator of this thing. And then here's that emotional balance too. You know what I mean? It's like, you're swimming in emotion, but you've balanced it and learned to dance with it almost. It's like a dance, an underwater dance. You've learned to use it in a beautiful way, I feel like. Yeah, because you got that change in perspective. You took some, it's like taking a time out to see things from a different angle, then you figure out which way to go. Yeah, that's crazy. That basically you're getting all, you know, this energy of your material world is definitely changing because you're changing your emotional world, and you might not be meaning to. It's just what it is. It's time, and Spirit's here to like show you that you can do this. This is literally confirmation that you've got this. And that this what you're going through now, this emotional stuff that you're going through now, is exactly what you have to get through in order to get to that next phase. Okay, and it's not going to be perfect. You're not going to be, you know, skipping along tra-la-la. It's not going to be like that. But as you do the work, as you, instead of hiding from your emotions and like when one comes up, you know, stifling it, sit with it and, you know, live it. Feel it, sit with it, let it run its course. You know what I'm saying? Even if you cry for 2 hours, let it run its course, because that's the type of shit that when you hold it in, that weighs on you, and then it keeps you from performing the way you want to. Rosie, stop. So letting it out, sitting with it, letting it out. You know, dealing with it. It's not easy. There's nobody saying this is going to be easy, but this is Spirit saying, I got you, literally. I'm not going to let you fall. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let you fall. You do have this. You might not realize it, but you really do. Because the very next card out is the Empress. You know, that's like your whole universe, you know, that's you realizing that you are creator, you're part of creator, and it opens up the whole universe to you. You have this power now. I don't know how to explain that in any other way. The Hierophant, this is definitely about, look, this is definitely like you learning the lessons. These lessons that you've learned. This is also talking about spirituality. This is very spiritual for you. And I'm sorry my camera's so shitty. It makes everything blurry. But right after that, then, you know, as you taking those lessons and letting them light the way to enlightenment, right? Or to finding the light at the end of the tunnel. And then at the end of the tunnel, you also find this. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is like abundance and freedom. So it all is working its way in that direction with the Knight of Wands right here. I mean, that's like fiery energy. That's something coming charging at you right now. And you just I don't think you see it. But that's okay, because you will. Keep doing the work. Remember, the wheel always comes back around in your favor. It always will. It's just the way it is. And this is going to change the way you work. Okay, this is something that you're working on. All of this is going to change when you work through that emotional stuff. So that's what I have for you, collective. All right. I hope that you enjoyed it, got something out of it. If you did, please drop a like and help the channel grow. Get these messages out to others. And hopefully you would like to subscribe. If you were, welcome. So happy to have you here. If not, that's great too. I'm just glad you were here for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.